Hello, ladies and
Hello,
gentlemen.
everybody.
Welcome to SlamTube. Woo! Hall of Fame, baby.
I was technically SlamTube. I didn't label it as such. Fair enough. I'll put it in.
Eh.
Yeah. Yes, we are here to talk about the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony 2017. There's too much going on WrestleMania weekend for us to do it then, so we put it off a little bit.
Yep.
Well, we are going to take a look at it now.
Coming up, so it's like, yeah. You have it.
Indeed.
Woo!
So, overall, what did you think of this year's class?
I like this year's class. It was every year they're pretty much an okay class, or if a good class, it's, you know what I mean. And this year it's the same thing. Not all of them are brilliant, but or like, oh my god, I love that person so much, but they're all at least deserving.
Yeah.
To a certain point, it could. As you know, I love Beth Phoenix. I could make a case she shouldn't have been included yet.
I can say that.
Because there's very few females in the Hall of Fame. Like Miss Elizabeth's not in the Hall of Fame yet.
This is true.
Surely you should go to them before you go to one who only retired like 2 years ago.
You would think.
Now, I'm not saying Beth shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, but it should be like a few years from now.
Right.
But how about you?
Yeah, like that. A good variety of, the big name Kurt Angle, of course. Some other big names. They put DDP in, very deserving. They had Teddy Long, which is cool on the manager side of things. They had an older tag team, the Rock and Roll Express, against a more retro act that deserved to be in.
To be fair, like if you'd seen Teddy Long's speech and when they showed his package and stuff, he's not just there for the managed side of stuff. He's been a referee. He's been a GM. He's been a manager. He's been a lot of stuff. He even put the rings together at one point.
True.
Therefore, yeah, I would say, yeah, I might not be a big fan of his, but he definitely deserves his place, if that makes sense.
I had to bring my 6-year-old son. It took us 6 hours to put that ring together, but I knew we had to get that ring put together.
Yep. Right. The only one that could be made a case, and we mention this every year, is the Warrior Award.
Yeah. Although
only because, as we've mentioned, according to Ultimate Warrior himself, his idea for the Warrior Award was to go to people like Teddy Long, the guys who put in the rings together, the guys who don't get mentioned, not using this as a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah. And the concept
the guy was happy.
Yeah, the concept of the award is a nice concept, even if it's not what he intended.
It's a nice concept. It's just it seems to be done badly. Like if this had been done other times, great. But as we've mentioned in the past, that one quote by Stephanie admitting philanthropy as the new marketing or advertisement, or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
It kind of makes anything like this now just seem.
That is true. There is logic in what you say.
But as I said, I'm not. But like I said, he was happy to be there.
Indeed.
And he does have a good inspirational story.
Yes.
And of course, we got the Rock and Roll Express in there. Hell yeah, they deserve to be in there.
I agree. Just I heard the name, but I didn't really know much about them until this. And then watching the video package and everything, it seemed like, oh, these guys deserve to be in. These are great guys.
Yeah, I got to watch them when they were a little older. Because I still got to watch some of their matches in the 80s and stuff with like Midnight Express and Rock and Roll Express going at each other. I got to watch one of those feuds. Not the whole thing. I got to watch part of it back in the day during like the Doink era.
Right.
Probably shouldn't be referred to as the Doink era, but when I say that, you instantly know what I'm on about.
That's a Doink era.
It's more the Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels era, but still, we'll go with the Doink era.
It's the Doink era.
But
I was like, Bret Hart
like-
and Shawn Michaels didn't get a match where an entire tag team came out dressed as them.
that's literally what Shawn Michaels' DX Army wanted.
Oh,
They all came out in DX stuff.
Mm.
Admittedly, that it wasn't quite the same, but still.
yeah, not exactly.
Also, Bret had the Hart Dynasty,
True.
or and sorry, the Hart Foundation.
Still not as good as Doink's on a Mission.
It's not. The only one where Doink wasn't there. That still raises further questions.
It does.
But yeah, the Hall of Fame this year, and the red carpet leading into it was fun.
I didn't get to watch the red carpet. How was that?
As I just said, but let's rewind. Ooh, the red carpet was fun.
Good.
But yeah, they had like bits on there. Like there was an awkwardish scene where they cut away for a second. They mentioned afterwards it was really weird because they had AJ Styles on the stage, right as Shane McMahon came on for his interview, and they cut away right before their match, and you could hear the crowd chanting stuff like, and they were still booed Roman Reigns at the Hall of Fame ceremony when he was there with his wife.
They did, and the Rock, and one of the dudes in the Rock Express was like, "Whoa."
Yep. But it was fun, and you got to see them all there. They got to do their speeches. Some stayed more in character than they've done previous years.
Yeah.
But it was still fun.
Yeah, it worked, and
you got to see like Godfather randomly walking around with a little hat on.
Yep.
Like Mick Foley show up in a ridiculous suit.
He did. We saw that every week for months on Raw.
Yeah. No, this was a brand new suit.
Ah.
But yeah, it was. But yeah, the Hall of Fame ceremony red carpet. It's nothing that you have to watch, but it's something to watch if there's not absolutely fuck all to do.
Yeah.
But the Hall of Fame itself is what you're meant to watch.
Yeah, definitely.
They also had some really good people inducting this year.
They did, yeah. I think the inductors were good.
And I don't just mean because of that Jim Cornette, although he is awesome. I do love him. I mean, every single one that was up there felt like, okay, I can see why. Like, as much as people, like I've criticized before now, one of the ones John Cena's inducted.
Yeah.
I couldn't criticize him inducting Kurt Angle because the only other options who are left in WWE now, in my opinion, would maybe be Brock, maybe be or Triple H or Stephanie, just because of that love triangle storyline from when he first started.
Actually,
John Cena, however, had a great work with Kurt Angle for years and came up fighting Kurt Angle, so it made the most sense.
Yeah, although what Kurt Angle did actually want to ask for Stone Cold because of their history during the Attitude Era, during the whole the whole invasion situation.
Allegedly.
I'm
going to say allegedly because that's implying heavily that Austin turned it down, which I don't think he would have done.
Yeah, well, just like I said, just an inference about the whole, they did the cowboy hat and they were singing, and they had that whole storyline together, so that was fun.
They did, but him and John Cena have gone through more, and it made more sense because John Cena inducting him has shown what Kurt Angle planted the seed of and what it's grown into.
The prototype.
Yep. Although he wasn't really called Prototype on.
Fair enough.
When he faced Kurt Angle, that was his gimmick before he really came to WWE, which people keep making that mistake. He literally just debuted as John Cena with ruthless aggression.
Ah, okay.
And then went nowhere until he rapped.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, they had some great people inducting them, like Natalia for Beth makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that was a really good speech.
The Acolytes for Theodore Long makes so much sense.
Yeah, although it made so much sense. Although I gotta say, with everything that's come out about JBL recently, I felt a little awkward watching that.
I didn't, because it wasn't really that out at the time of the Hall of Fame. And since it's come out since, There's been no official word by WWE, and there's been some cases where some people are arguing it didn't happen. And the people who are stating it has are people who are bitter from leaving, so you don't know at this point. Because you can read anything on the dirt sheets.
True. Although it says something when you get to...
Until there's something official, let's not try and destroy someone's career.
I would agree with you, but the WWE crowd doesn't. I mean, did you see on SmackDown they were all chanting like "Screw JBL, fire JBL" and shit like that?
Yeah, but the WWE crowd are idiots. I mainly say this because for the last how many months, anyone who's won a title, they've said you deserve it.
Yeah.
Even to people who don't. Or the crowd will go from "this is boring" to "this is awesome" just because someone jumped off a turnbuckle.
Yeah.
The crowd's really fickle. A lot of the crowds just like to chant stuff because they can chant stuff.
Fair enough.
Which, hey, like JBL himself has said during the bring it to the table and stuff, as long as they're having fun, it doesn't really matter.
True.
I'm just saying you can't take everything the crowd chants as gospel. I mean, they still chant "you suck" at Kurt Angle. He's an Olympic fucking athlete.
True, but they do that ironically.
They did that from the beginning, telling him he sucked, and not ironically. They did that from the very beginning when he was a heel, saying he sucked.
Yes,
he doesn't suck.
Yes, originally it was not. Originally, he sucked because he was a heel, and it wasn't ironic. But now it's ironic.
But even when he was a heel, he didn't suck. He won Olympic gold. That's the opposite of sucking. That's literally been awesome. I mean, how many Olympic medals have you won? Exactly. Like, I'd never criticize Kurt Angle by saying he sucked because he's won at medals.
Fair enough.
For the country, you've got plastered all over your T-shirt, as if you gave a damn about it.
America.
But yeah, no, it's a case of like I said, that's how the fans are. But yeah, the Hall of Fame itself was really fun.
It was.
I also give massive props to Jim Cornette.
Yeah.
Because I know people said, and I'll admit I was the same way. When you give him a live microphone, his love of that tag team made him be so professional. He didn't do anything stupid. He didn't do anything. He didn't go on like he could have, and he could have ripped WWE apart if he wanted to, but he didn't. He stayed professional and inducted the team he loved, and that was great. And it was a great speech.
Yeah. Yeah, he did give a great speech. I got a little annoyed because watching that, it felt almost, reaction-wise, like, he was giving this great speech, and I felt like the crowd weren't giving him any reaction because they were waiting for him to go off, and he never did. And I don't think he got the response he should have because that was a really great speech.
The reason the crowd were more quiet, if you notice, whenever we stopped talking, there would be massive reactions. It's Jim Cornette, the guy who, like people said, talks like a million words a minute. You kind of want to be quiet to hear what he's saying and pay attention to him. Something WWE fans nowadays could learn from, because I still get sick of promos where it's like, what? Or yes, in the middle of everything. It's like, let there be silence. Like, Jake the Snake Roberts promos when he was dead quiet and the crowd was quiet too are some of the greatest promos in wrestling. We're never going to get that again, because if it's quiet, the crowd shit on it.
Yeah. That is true.
That has nothing to do with the Hall of Fame.
No.
I was just being one of the WWE fans.
Yeah, Jim,
really quiet
not having much history with Jim Cornette or having seen much of him, he did give a really great speech. And I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Although I did kind of feel bad that aside from the one point in time that the Wrestling Express didn't seem to get that much of a reaction from the crowd when they came out.
Yeah.
But I figure a lot of the crowd's probably younger and just doesn't have that much experience watching their matches, so.
Already, they got a pretty good reaction. When they first came out, there was a loud pop, and they laughed a couple of times during it.
Yeah.
It was just to their credit. There's a reason the Rock and Roll Express usually had a mouthpiece. Same reason Brock has Paul Heyman of, they're not good on the mics.
I'm a mercenary, Carl!
Yeah. But as the Hall of Fame proved, that I like them. They're just not good on the mic. They were just good in the ring, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. Really good in the ring.
Like, I argue one of the best periods for Chris Benoit. I know we're not. Maybe you're going to say who, haha. But yeah, let's forget that joke. It's too obvious at this point. Was when he had Shane McMahon as a mouthpiece when he was against The Rock and stuff, because he had a mouthpiece because Chris Benoit wasn't that good on the mic.
No.
But he was really great at the time.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
And Kurt's speech was good.
Kurt did have a great speech, yeah, and he did all the bits, knowing that it would make the people happy because it's what brought him to the table, and that was cool.
Yeah.
Give me crack corn and I
Now,
don't care.
I will say,
I want Olympic
I will
gold.
say, I do disagree with one part of Kurt Angle's speech, though.
Okay, which part?
The part where he kind of tried to give speeches to the current roster about, now don't be afraid to do something silly. Sometimes it's that stuff that gets remembered.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the ones writing it. Most of the ones he's saying aren't getting noticed. A lot of the ones, either WWE will put them in the silly stuff, or they themselves just get ignored by the writers. They can't bring that stuff to the table anymore. Times have changed.
True.
But like I said, it was still a great speech.
It was an excellent speech. I agree.
And I love DDT's speech as well, because as I mentioned,
DDP's speech was awesome.
Yeah, as I mentioned with DDP in the past, he's very humble.
Very.
As opposed to a lot of wrestlers do seem arrogant, and I can understand why, because it's one of those competitive environments.
Yeah.
And when you get a work environment where everyone's competitive, you get really arrogant people rising up. Because they have to be in order to get past it. Yeah, but you have to be in order to rise up. I mean, look at most of the faces of the company. Austin was definitely egotistical. The Rock, egotistical.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart's even got a chip on his shoulder. Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason that those people are egotistical and are suddenly in the top position.
Yeah, I'm John Cena. You better recognize.
Yeah. Or Roman Reigns. Too soon?
Too soon.
Too real?
A little too real. I'm just the guy.
Anyone but you, Raymond. Anyone but you.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that's DDP. I liked the introduction that Eric Bischoff gave was really good. I like how he put it right up and said, "I should not be up here right now. I don't want to be up here right now. I want to be out there watching this." Yeah. We miss you, Dusty. That was really cool.
It was. And I like I said, I like this year's Hall of Fame. It was great.
Yeah. I love DDP's speech just because he does perfect impressions of everybody.
And I will say this year, in my opinion, there was no boring parts, if that makes sense. Besides the one part that you, like I said, you criticize that we criticize every year.
Yeah.
And we will probably continue to do so next year. It's a tradition at this point.
Yeah.
It's a case of none of them were boring. Most years there'll be one where you're like, this guy's going on too long a little bit. Oh, shut up and just go to the next part. This one, you're like, this is really interesting. This is fun.
Yeah, it was really good. Well, I will say, with all respect made, the one part where I did kind of feel like that a little bit, if I'm being truthful about it, was I did think that Beth Phoenix went on a little bit long, but it was good, what she did go on along with. It felt like there was a point where it felt like she was just, talking about all that important stuff, but she was going on these never-ending list of people she was thanking.
Yeah, she was going on the list, but it didn't feel as long as they've been in the past.
No.
I was like, it didn't feel like, oh god, just get this over with.
No, it wasn't that bad. It was enjoyable. It did go a little long.
It did.
And she surprised Edge with Tony Chimmel. That was funny.
Yeah. Which now means it's official. Edge and Beth Phoenix are the first married couple in the Hall of Fame.
They are. It's true.
Yep.
Yep. Good for them.
Until next year, where WWE inducts both CM Punk and AJ.
Yes.
Because, that'll happen.
Yes.
Well, I do reckon Nikki and Cena will go in. They'll definitely be in the Hall of Fame together at one point.
Oh, yeah. No. Oh, undoubtedly. Undoubtedly. Same with Brie and Daniel when the time comes.
Yep.
Yeah, but overall, yeah, a lot of good speeches. How about Rick Rude's family? They were good.
They were. And I liked Rick Rude.
Rick Rude's son is huge.
Yes.
Why is that dude not a wrestler?
And I will say, at this point, I'm going to make the case not a lot of people may do, or else some people will, probably.
Okay.
Vince should be in the Hall of Fame at this point. He's pretty much retired.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely deserves it. There's not a single person who can't say Vince doesn't deserve a spot in Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Yeah. But it's one of those things where, if I recall correctly, I think Vince has just come out and said, until I'm, fully done. I think it's one of those things where, Vince has said, until I'm fully done and gone, I don't want to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't want to put that focus on me. I'm going to be truly honest. I don't. Just given Vince McMahon's, his pride and his wanting to put other people over, I'm not sure Vince will allow himself to be put in the Hall of Fame while he's still alive.
Yeah, but it's one of those things which is a shame.
I know. I'm hoping at some point, if and when he finally does step down as chairman, I'm hoping Stephanie and Triple H force the issue.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I liked each one of the speeches.
Yeah, overall, it was a good Hall of Fame this year. Very balanced, very good speeches, very good introductions. All kinds of good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
WWE Network.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And then I didn't really like to mention it. I really didn't like the Natalya speech because I knew that obviously I knew Pinup Strong, they've been a tag team. Didn't realize how good of friends Beth and Natalya were behind this, off camera. And that was really cool to see the emotion between them and how good of friends they really are.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that. A lot of fun, a lot of good time.
Also, I will give props for this year's Hall of Fame for one reason.
Okay.
No click.
True.
I will admit, last year, like I said, I was expecting X-Pac to go in it soon just so they can have yet another one of their buddies.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, come on, let's do people who deserve it more.
Mm-hmm. Well, technically, Rick Rude was in DX. They just didn't go over the top about that part of his career.
Yes, but he's not one of their little buddies from the clique.
True.
I mean, he literally left when he was in DX and went straight to WCW.
Mm.
But yeah, you want to take it out?
Yeah, so this is a brief discussion of the Hall of Fame 2017. It is available now on the WWE Network, both the red carpet and the actual ceremony proper. Be aware if you're going to watch it, the ceremony proper is almost 4 hours in length, so allot yourself some time or watch it in parts if you're going to check that out. The red carpet is there also. You can watch those, and it has Hall of Fames.
And the red carpet comes in at exactly 6 hours, 2 seconds.
I don't believe that.
It doesn't. I don't know how long it is, but you haven't seen it, so you don't know.
True. At any rate, this has let's real quick here. Just one other thing we can throw out here real quick. Undertaker aside, because if he has retired, it's almost guaranteed he'll be Undertaker. Who else would you like to see inducted in next year's Hall of Fame?
Miss Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm. I can hear that.
I don't think he's in there yet. Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, I don't think they put Bischoff in yet.
Yeah, those are my two front runners. And hell, he's not been inducted yet. The Rock.
Yeah, he's practically retired. I don't see them putting The Rock in. But I almost guarantee you they're not going to put The Rock in the same year as The Undertaker. Only because they don't.
No, they won't.
Yeah, they'll separate those as
two front runners.
Yeah, two front runners for separate years. Yeah, I can see that certainly.
Question is, since he's pretty much retired at this point, and we don't know if he's going to come back, do you think Kane will go in soon? Or Kane might go in the same year as The Undertaker? Or do you think they'll alternate so Kane inducts Undertaker, Undertaker inducts Kane?
Could do that. I can see the brothers going in the same year, though. Just put the brothers destruction in together. That would be cool.
Yeah, but I don't see him doing that, because normally when they put tag teams in, it's because they're only good as a tag team.
Well, I didn't mean
Undertaker's had a great.
Yeah, I didn't mean inducting them as a tag team. I just meant inducting them at the same time because of their close affiliation over the years.
Yeah.
Just that they inducted them the same year.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I could see them spacing it out so you can get the reaction twice.
Yeah.
Plus, if you have induct each other, that's 2 more WrestleManias. Undertaker will at least be at WrestleMania.
That's true. That's true.
To help ease the transition.
Valid point.
Into Roman Reigns deciding what he's going to do with his yard. Put up a garden gnome, put up a sign.
Something.
There's a lot of planning permission for his yard.
Yeah.
Personally, I've heard Roman's quite fancying turning the announce table into a coin pond. I read it somewhere on one of the dirt sheets, therefore it's fact.
Yep.
But how about you?
I agree with this, Elizabeth, because that was an interesting point I made when I think it was you that first brought up that Edge and Beth are going to be the first married couple. And I said, wait, what about Macho Man and Elizabeth? And you're like, Elizabeth's not in. I'm like, wait, really?
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely agree with Miss Elizabeth. Obviously, Undertaker would probably be in there. I can agree Bischoff should be in there. He certainly deserves it.
Did you say Hulk Hogan should go in again if they've taken his ring away?
Yeah. If they're gonna put Hulk Hogan in again, if they're looking for a click excuse, they should induct the NWO, if anything.
Yeah. And if they're going to induct Hulk Hogan again, what they should do is induct the Mega Powers.
I could see that. That would make sense. That would work.
Or his even much more famous tag team where he teamed with Barbara Briefcase. That was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see the superpowers only because we know full well WWE never misses an excuse to capitalize off the death of the Macho Man.
Yep. Well, hell, Hulk Hogan right now, he's an elderly man. He's had his whole life ruined because somebody leaked some personal information onto the internet. Give him the Warrior Award.
Ah.
Give poor Terry the Warrior Award. Poor little Terry.
There you go.
If they did that, would you just be like, we're done? Sorry, WWE, we're done.
Pretty much.
Especially if they give a poor motivational speech about poor Terry and just keep referring to him as Terry.
Yes.
Unless they induct Mr. America.
That'd be amazing.
They've already got the President of the United States of America in there. Why not induct America itself?
There you go. Go with it. That's what I say. Yeah, I'm trying to think who else hasn't been inducted that deserves it.
Fake Razor Ramon and Diesel. They've inducted the real ones. Come on.
There you go.
Doink.
No, it would be interesting. You know who really I think he did get some mentions of some discussion of him at the Hall of Fame ceremony. Because I don't think he's in. You know who should be in the Hall of Fame is Tommy Dreamer.
I could see that.
And for that matter, Paul Heyman, but I could see them waiting on Heyman just because he's still an active manager.
Yeah.
Open the extreme wing on the Hall of Fame. Alrighty. Well, this has been a look at the Hall of Fame ceremony. Again, check it out on the WWE Network. What?
Depending on how long this run lasts, you could have the Hardy Boys.
That's true, yeah. Once they're done, if they retire afterward, you'll definitely have the Hardys, yeah.
Or you could get the Dudleys next year.
That's also true. Yeah, certainly they deserve to be in to go with Edge and Christian, definitely.
Is Christian in?
No, I don't think Christian's been inducted. I could be wrong.
Yeah, poor Christian. He's getting left behind.
He is.
He didn't even get a proper send off like Edge and everyone else.
Nope. Just bye,
I
Christian.
like Christian.
Christian's good. I mean, he inducted Edge, but he himself is not in the Hall of Fame.
How about the Animal Batista?
That wouldn't surprise me if Triple H did that.
Wouldn't surprise me because, to be fair, he's a big enough name.
Yeah.
Now you got Guardians of the Galaxy,
Oh, yeah, totally.
so it would at least bring publicity.
Yeah. They also, I know he's still active on the roster right now, but once when he finally does decide to step down, they should induct Rhino too.
And just because I don't think they did any this year, I might be wrong. The celebrities that they normally induct.
They did not have the thing is, they did not have a celebrity inductee this year, but I have a theory about that.
Okay, I was going to say, unless they already inducted Mr. T and Cyndi Lauper.
Ah.
You're going to check Wikipedia or wherever the hell he's going to check because Jim doesn't watch wrestling.
Yeah, Mr. T was inducted in 2014.
There we go. And Cyndi Lauper?
Cyndi Lauper's not in it, so we could do her.
And your theory?
My theory, because they didn't have one this year, my theory is that the celebrity inductee was supposed to be Shaq, and then he screwed over their match, and they just canceled the whole thing.
Possible, but they don't normally have someone inducted into the Hall of Fame and wrestle.
True.
My guess is because last year, didn't they have one or two celebrities, and people were like, really? Or last year, people like, stop it with the celebrities. They might alternate and not have celebrities each year now that they got the Warrior Award.
True, yeah, they had at least one celebrity every year since 2010, but maybe they decided to take a break on it.
That's what I was thinking, because now that they got the Warrior Award, like last year, people were criticizing the fact you get the Warrior Award and a celebrity. This is meant to be Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand people like the Warrior Award. I still make the case it shouldn't exist because you don't get this on like the NFL Hall of Fame. It's about the football.
True.
This should be about the wrestling.
Yeah. That would make sense to me. Okay. So with that, this has been the Hall of Fame, and we will see you next time for more fun here on Pez of the Mind. Peace.
What was that, Jim? You want the whole cast of McGruber to be inducted?
No.
Bye.
McGruber.